Good day. Welcome back to Collecting Smoke with Roswell Wallace. Today I'm going to get into, I think it's the fifth property that I acquired. It's the one that I live in. This one, right, that you see before you. Um, I acquired it at the same time that I was doing a cash out refinance of the third property that I discussed. With that property, at the refinance, I was able to get, after expenses and everything, a check for about $55,000. And this house I bought it was on the market, it was for sale on the MLS. It was a 2-family. I didn't really plan to buy it because I felt like those funds I could put into a property that would give me a higher return on my investment. But when I saw this house, I just fell in love with it and decided to get this one. Even though the numbers weren't ideal, it would have been an upgrade from where we were living. It was more comfortable. It had more space for me and all of our kids. And it's a 2-family also, but it's on a beautiful cul-de-sac. And it's nice and spacious, and I love it. So this house we got a few years ago. And purchased it for $215,000 in Norwich, Connecticut, which prices have gone up quite a bit, but it's still probably one of the most affordable areas in probably the tri-state area. So I bought it for $215,000, and when we started the mortgage process, I was going to be able to do it for an owner-occupied 5% down mortgage. So it probably would have ended up costing me about the down payment on 5% on $215,000 would have been a little over $10,000 plus closing costs. But in the middle of the process, the bank that we were using changed their criteria or their loan options, and I now had to go from 5% down to 15% down on $215,000. So that was looking closer to or over $30,000 down payment, not even including closing costs. So when it came time to close, probably was looking at closer to like $40,000. But luckily I had it from the cash out refi of the other property where we had $55,000, and they rolled most of that into the purchase of this property. I was doing it with the same bank, two loans at the same time. One was a cash out refi, and they were doing the purchase of this home for me also, and they were taking the funds directly from the refi and putting it right into the closing or the purchase of this property. But acquiring this property was good. The mortgage on this house is about a little over $1,500 a month, and the income from the other unit. So this house is 2,800 square feet, and our unit is the second and third floors, is about 1,800 of that. It has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms for my girlfriend, myself, and our 5 kids. And so it's a good space for us. Might be looking to get into a bigger space in the next coming couple of years, but we'll see. But the rent from the first floor, which is 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, was $1,100 at the time. So it covered most of the mortgage. I had to pay out of pocket about $4 something each month. And but after that tenant left, I decided to do short-term rentals in that unit. And on average, the summers are the best months. June, July, and August make the most. They might, in the previous years, they've made as much as $3,500, and then there's slow months in the winter months where it's like really slow, and it might make, I don't know, $1,100 or $1,200. But on average, I would say it's enough to cover the mortgage and all the utilities for the house. So it is, it's been good that way. My cost of living is very low. So that is what has enabled me to continue to be able to live comfortably and do things from time to time and invest, is because I keep my expenses so low. I do my best to keep my largest living expense, which is where you live, or housing. And it's that case for most people. I do my best to keep that as low as possible. And that enables me to have a lot of flexibility and freedom. And it is what, you know, the American dream, the single family home with the white picket fence, to me, is not motivating. That way seems kind of like, you know, you're kind of chained to your house or a slave to your house. Whereas I think the multifamily, it does feel like more of an asset, where it does bring in some money and allow you to save or keep your expenses low, you know. But, you know, like with this house, you know, the mortgage being $1,500, and then if I was to calculate utilities on average for the entire house, you know, cable and internet, because you have to provide that, not cable, but internet, I provide for guests. You know, I'd probably add even, you know, probably about $2,200 a month for the mortgage and all the utilities for guests when they come and stay. At some point, I'll send you some video of what the units look like. Yeah, I hope that was clear, and I hope that it conveyed why, or the benefits of multi-families or house hacking or sharing a space, because I know a lot of people don't really like the idea, and they feel like they don't want to be a landlord or deal with the stress. But to me, the freedom that has come with it and the ability for me not to have to go to a 9-to-5 because of, you know, being a landlord or a property owner, in my opinion, is well worth it, because it allows me to live life on my terms. So I make my schedule, and in general, I have the ability to find out what is going on with my family and prioritize that and schedule my work and business around that. And that is what is most important to me, and that is why I have decided to do this, or become a landowner, property owner. I think that sums up this place. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them, comment below to let me know what I can do better. If you have any questions or need any clarification on anything. And I hope you're having a great day, and continue to rein yourself in.